Welcome back to Boss Talk Radio. This is your host, Elena Bates, again with my lovely co-host, Whitney. And we're back to discuss some of the real estate trends that is happening here. I'm going to just go ahead and get started. The reason why I want to talk about this is because we just had a conversation, as in just being real estate agents here in Georgia, about how the market slows down. I think you haven't even known this.
What?
That how the market slowed down.
No, you told me. You was like, be prepared. The market is gonna.
She was a little alarmed when I told her that
down.
we need to get like the squirrels and gather our nuts to prepare for. I told them remember this is
cold. Get your food now, cause there's a storm coming. We joking, y'all.
Oh,
no, let me see.
Okay, let's be serious. So basically, if you don't understand what I'm saying, is that when you in real estate, and this is just real estate, it kind of affect a lot of other businesses as well, especially when you're providing a service. To if you have services that depends on people, depending on your services. People don't move in the wintertime, basically. You don't sell that many houses in November, December.
Because I know when I was
February.
doing corporate housing around the end of the year, Christmas and Thanksgiving, it slowed down. Like if you didn't really have people in the units, like the corporate, everything tend to kind of shut down when you get to the end of the quarter, the end of the year.
It does. A lot of, because see, there's so many movies being shot here in Atlanta. Till what happened is a lot of them shut down in September. If they don't shut down in September, they're shut down in November. They don't come back to like February, March. So therefore, there goes your corporate house or real estate just done. And then people don't like to move in the winter, and it don't get that cold in Atlanta. But I don't want to move.
I think it's not necessarily the winter. More so, you have Christmas, the New Year.
It's a lot of holidays, so a lot of people are focusing
on.
on. They're not trying to uproot their family and relocate.
Yeah.
Now, January for its corporate people, you do have a lot of people that get promoted and they start a new job at the beginning of the year. That's very, very simple. So it's not that many people that do that. So it's just that you have to have sense and have business sense, not common sense, but just business sense to know that in times like this, you need to prepare. And a lot of agents ask me, well, how do you prepare for real estate, slowing down? You can't leave no meat on the bone. And when I say that is, you have to follow up. I know I told a lot of my agents is when you get a lead, you better work that lead to the fullest. You better call, text, email, drive by, send a postcard. You better do everything you can to be the lead up. You can't leave no one out there that may go to another agent. If you get call-ins, that's the best thing you want, because that means there's interest. It's easier to work with somebody that is ready and has interest than trying to convince somebody to get ready.
So you've been doing real estate 17 years, right? 18? 17. Is that every year it's like that, or just sometimes around the...
When I first started, it was hard because I was new and I hadn't really got my clientele. So therefore, more clientele, more referrals.
Okay.
So for the past 5 years, I have been able to, sustain my momentum based off of referrals.
Through the whole year. So you don't
do the whole year.
The end of the year really doesn't affect you more so.
But
the
I
newer
send
agent.
more emails. I follow up and I see things through more in the last part of the year.
Okay.
Like, 2 days a week, I go back and I send emails to people that I may have talked to in April and May that's saying they're going to be ready in these months. Because at the end of the day, 1 out of every 5 people in Atlanta is a real estate agent. So if you talk to someone and they talk about real estate and then you don't follow back with that person, they're going to meet another agent. Their girlfriend going to refer them to somebody at work going to refer them to somebody. Like, you have to be very persistent and you have to remain on that person's mind or in their email, on their phone, in regards to, hey, don't forget about me. I am the real estate agent that you've been talking for, since 2 months ago.
So the key is just stay consistent, follow up, and just stay on top of your clients, when they get further in the year.
Every lead is a good lead. And then, when you get older, you can pick and choose. Wintertime, you can't pick and choose. I get kind of, bougie, say I don't want to drive past 10th Street or I ain't going to drive such and such a. But in those difficult months, you have to kind of step outside your box. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I go to Macon anywhere in Georgia. I would drive Forsyth, Georgia, Macon, LaGrange, Albany, Marietta. As long as you in Georgia, I would drive.
As long as they got a roof, we'll sell it. But it's funny, and I used to be like that.
No, I am, because I'm a newer agent, so I haven't,
That's why we
really
work
paid my
together.
dues.
Yeah.
So I can, I don't mind going out and getting dirty and, driving to anywhere in Georgia. I don't mind. If it's worth it, it has to be worth it. It has to
Yeah,
make
you
sense,
got to be cutting a nice check for me to drive to LaGrange. Yeah. I'm going to need some on the miles.
And that gas. I'm going to need gas when I get... Nah, we joking, y'all. But no, I think for newer agents like myself, I don't mind putting that work in driving. I know with you, she really do not drive past her little parameters that she just set up.
10th Street.
If you ain't looking in there, she not sending you nothing.
I work real good with you on email.
Yeah.
I can buy a house, or I can sell your house over the internet. FaceTime.
She just ain't gonna drive.
Mm-mm. And I'm gonna meet you there when I do.
Yeah. So.
But I just wanted to answer that question because I had like 4 or 5 people that actually sent that question like, hey, I'm new in this business. How do I sustain? Because I don't have a real job. There's a lot of real estate agents just doing this full time.
Yeah.
That's really like, okay, I got kids. Think about Christmas, the holidays. I'm going from having 3-4 closings a month to having 1 closing a month. And this is the time when you can't be picky. If you got to sell a $50,000 house, you better sell a $50,000 house 4 times instead of trying to sell a $500,000 house. I sell anything. I don't care what the matter is. Because at the end of the day, I like clients. I like closings because I get referrals. Yeah. If I work with you, you're going to tell somebody about me. Then they going to work with me. Then they going to tell somebody. And I ain't got to you ain't going to see my picture, my name on no bus, no Kroger shopping cart. You ain't going to see my picture on no billboard. You ain't gonna see it on the back of no calendar. You ain't gonna see it on nobody's refrigerator. You ain't gonna see it on the bus stop or a milk cart. I don't do all that.
You just base off referrals.
Referrals. I tell people quick, I really ain't got to put a sign in your yard to sell your house.
Yeah.
People like, well, you gonna put a for sale sign in my yard? I really ain't got to, but if you just insist on me putting a sign in your yard, I will. And sometimes it work well. You do get a lot of drive-by traffic. It just depends. But if you in a gated community, who the hell finna be driving by your house in a gated community beside the people that live there? They got a house. Them the ones that's gonna be nosy trying to say how much you gonna sell it for to see if you gonna fuck their property value up. And that's about it. Yeah. But it's a lot of different tactics that you just have to be mindful and smarter when you're dealing with advertisement and when you're dealing with trying to stay relevant in the hard months. Now, will it pick up? Yeah, it's gonna pick up in like March, April. And that's, by then you be okay. Then you got summer, which is great. And then I tell people, go hard. When your kids are out of school in the summer, go hard. Stack your money so therefore you're not as stressed. So when the slow months come, you're not just like, oh my God, what am I doing? You ready to jump off the sidewalk. Yeah. That makes sense? Yeah. Okay, now get into the other side of real estate. I don't know if you've been up on this, but there's a thing called British. Mm-hmm. Basically what has happened is that the British has voted in favor, which is a reform called British, which I just announced, where they're actually going to be exiting Europe. British and Europe used to be tied together for a whole lot of trades and international stuff like that. And the people think, oh, that really doesn't have nothing to do with us. It's not going to affect the U.S. It will affect the U.S. in a good way and a bad way. And if you've been watching CNN and watching a lot of news talking about the interest rates, the housing market, it kind of ties back to what's going on with the British. So basically what it means is that it's going to increase the cash flow that comes into the United States, meaning that credit rates is going to be more secure. Interest rates are low. So if you plan on buying or refinancing, you might want to start doing that now and not waiting. So that's another tactic that you can tell to some of the people that you sold to. A lot of people don't understand is when you sell a house to somebody, you just don't sell a house, give them a gift, and don't ever talk to them. Keep contact with them. They're going to either downsize, upgrade, and let people know, hey, I know I sold you your house about 2 years ago, and I know that you maybe had an interest rate of 4.75. The interest rate is low. Possibly think about, refinancing right now for like 3.75. They're going to love you for that information because a lot of homeowners don't know that. Yeah. And the fact that you're telling them that it's going to save them money monthly, why would they not send you business? Yeah. So a simple email, which you can cut, copy, and paste and send to 50 people or do an email blast, could bring you money. That's an easy way to get leads on that. So back to what the British is talking about is that the only thing about this is that everybody says recession. People foresee a recession coming. Who knows? We don't know. But all I know is that the interest rates are low. If you have credit cards, you're going to see some of your credit card interest rates go down, which is good. So therefore that means, and a lot of people are saying, if you have credit card debt and you're almost back to max out, a lot of people are saying to go get another credit card that's secure with a no transfer fee. And I tell a lot of people, if you have a whole bunch of credit cards and you're getting ate up by interest, I tell a lot of people to go get another credit card if you can. Transfer those balances to get rid of all the interest and then make your monthly payments. Don't just make the payment that says your minimum payment. If you were giving Joe, Paul, and Doe 100, that's 300. If you combine and still continue to make that amount of payment monthly, just don't pay that $27. Because, you know, we will do that.
Yeah.
So that's another good thing that will be coming out of this. A lot of people don't understand refinancing. Have you ever did a refi?
No.
Have done your clients do a refi?
No.
So basically, the interest rate is what, 3.75 compared to what they were last year. This time, like 4.7. You can get them those 3.2. Anytime that you have interest rate, which is a half or to 1%, that's like $30. So say for instance your house is $300,000. That's $100 a month that you can save off your mortgage.
That's good. It'll add up.
It will add up $100 a month off your mortgage, and that's just saying depending on what rate you had last year.
Yeah, it could be cheaper.
If you had a fixed rate, if you had an adjusted rate, it doesn't matter. Saving money for to getting a low interest rate is like the best thing to do now. But that don't mean everybody can refi. So just don't think because you got a mortgage you can refi. You still gotta have decent credit. You still gotta have these W-2s and these taxes, which we talk about so much on this show. File your taxes, honey, and stop it. Don't Amanda. You gotta have your taxes, and you can refinance. A lot of people say, "Well, I can't afford to refinance." You don't know that. There's a lot of FHA programs that have streamlined options that you can refinance. You don't have to pay the fees. It's not a house, so you don't have to pay closing costs. You don't have to get an appraisal.
Yeah.
Now, if you got to get an appraisal, if you got to pay closing costs, if you got to pay this, you can have spent $6,000-$7,000. So I'm just telling you as a broker, if you're thinking about refinancing, find out how much it's going to cost you to refinance. Because if you say your closing cost is $6,000, you got to pay $6,000. So you save $100 a month.
It don't make sense.
It don't make sense.
Yeah. So make sure it makes sense for you. So it will be on an individual, you know, case by case.
Yeah, because you got to regroup that $6,000 that you paid for closing to see the savings of $100. But my thing now is that I'm going out to a lot of people that's kind of coming up on retirement. If a lot of people, Georgia's self-employed, and you know I ain't trying to work till I'm 50. Shit, I ain't trying to work when I'm 40. But if you're about to retire and the interest rate is lower, take your 30-year mortgage, refinance it into a 15-year mortgage. Pay more, and then you won't have a note in 15 years. It's because right now, if you have the money and you don't mind refinancing and paying a little bit more to have your house paid off in 15 years, so when you retire, all you gotta do is pay your utilities and other little plain bills. So I think right now is a great time for people that's
to look into
refinancing. For refinancing that's close to retirement. Because you can go hard now for 12 years and be sitting pretty with no mortgage note in 15 years opposed to trying to pay a house off in 30.
Yeah, and nothing like a no mortgage. That's a good feeling.
It is. So and then another thing is I wanted to kind of also talk about is that when you're refinancing, don't just be trying to pull money out. You know, a lot of people want to refinance and pull money out because with the thing that's going on with British, a lot of people saying it's going to help the United States, but there's a lot of people feel like that there's going to be a recession. They feel like the property value is going to go down. They feel like a lot of different things may not be good for the states compared to a lot of things people think. All I know is the interest rate is good right now. So take advantage of it, and if something do happen, I'd rather have an issue going on in a recession with a lower interest rate than a high interest rate. Point blank. So, if you have any other questions, I thank you guys so much for sending me your real estate questions. You guys have been sending me some great questions. Some I can answer. I'm not a loan officer, and I'm not an appraisal. And there's certain things as real estate agents that we can and cannot do, but I can direct you to a mortgage broker or an appraisal. But continue to send your questions to me. My email is oberlinrealestateservices@gmail.com. Give me your email.
You could go to my Instagram, Whitney Realtor 1. I have my email in my bio. Or you can DM me any questions.
Any questions?
No, but I do have people asking me in my DM I want to get into real estate. Woo. Do you think you got to do another class before the year's out for those people? I have a couple of people that's been asking me about getting into real estate.
If I do a class, I think I probably would do one on just saying how to get into real estate.
So, do you think you'll do them before the year's out, or
I could.
Okay,
I could.
Well, for all the people who've been DMing me asking me about real estate, I'm a newer agent, and Elena does offer a real estate 101 class where she breaks down, how to get started, what to do, answer a lot of questions you guys have been sending me.
Yeah, I think because a lot of people have been hitting me too, and I don't want to have a lot of people in the classroom where they're trying to get into real estate, and then people that's in real estate but just trying to take it to another level, because I could talk for 3 hours easily on how to get in real estate and how to make it in real estate. So therefore, I don't want no one feel like they're taking a class in the first hour didn't even relate to them. So I may break that class down
and do like a 1 hour how to get started, like with a lot of the people DM and asking questions. So,
and I probably would post it and check to see the feedback that I get
first, and then
determine. And if it's a great feedback, I keep the date. If the feedback is not, you may see me change the date, like I sometimes do. But then I probably would definitely have a class for people that's already licensed but just ain't quite figured it out.
Okay.
And I think the last class I had was so perfect for that, because it was people who had agents but was just like
didn't know what to do.
They still trying to do textbook. It don't work.
Yeah.
That stuff they teach you in the classroom, they don't sell houses. They keep you from getting fined, violated, and in trouble. Yeah. They don't sell houses. And people get mad when I say that, but it's the truth. They teaching you laws. They teaching you regulation. They teaching you formulas. Like, they're teaching you how to keep your license. I'm going to teach you how to make some money. Yeah. So while keeping your license.
That'll be good.
But, and then I had some people ask me, am I looking for agents to bring them to my team? I got that question twice today. I am looking for real estate agents to come on board. So you can email your information or your resume to opulentrealestateservice@gmail.com. Give me some days before a response, because I'm like Chubby. I'm getting same emails from the same people about 4 times a week.
In 1 day?
Same person.
Yeah.
So I love the aggressiveness. I love the strongness that you're showing and determination. But to answer your questions, I am looking for agents. But there's certain qualifications that I'm looking for, and I think that's something that we'll discuss once I get your information.
Okay.
Anything else?
I think that's it for this week.
Well, I think we did a great show.
It was.
Stay tuned next week. We're going to have Mama D in, and then we're going to cover some business plans.
There's some upcoming events in Atlanta, like the hair show.
The hair show, yes, honey. Let me tell you, the hair show will be here August 20th, 21st, and 22nd. And we will be a part of the hair show.
Maybe she can try to get tickets. See if you can get tickets for somebody to call in to come to Kurt's stand or something.
Yes, I will be on Kurt.
Try to get something worked out for you guys for the hair show.
I will be on the Kurt showcase, actual Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
And I will get you guys more details on the hair show. But when I tell you the hair show is amazing, like, it just really, really sets it off in Atlanta.
It is, so.
But we'll give you more details on that next week. I hope everybody have a great night, and we'll see you next week.
Good night.